Hello everyone, Kaiser Ricodo here and back with more Path to Nowhere, and I'm here to bring you some good news. Now, if you already watched the trailer for the new event that's going to be released this Tuesday, you probably already know that we are going to receive another S-Class Selector ticket, right? Um, I'm to be honest, I don't know what's going on. They've been like super generous lately. I believe that we just received an S-Class Selector Sinner like 2 months ago when they are released the new chapter, and even with that one, I don't think I use it yet. Oh wait, I pressed the wrong one. Yeah, even with that one, I don't think I've used it. There, it's actually still there because I don't know who do I need to choose. Okay, and they're going to release another one. So it's a really good time for every player, especially the newbie one, to actually start right now, because we are also close to anniversary, maybe like within 1 or 2 months. And who knows, maybe they're going to give us another free stuff. So if you have any friend or siblings that you want them to actually or have been interested to play the game, tell them that this is the really a good time to play, because like they're going to start their account strong with all of this free stuff. Okay, now in this video I'm going to like talk about the S-Class Selector ticket that they're going to release on the next event, and I want to give some recommendation if there is any beginner or newbie that would like to hear about or being recommended who you should choose. Now when it comes to the range of the S-Class Selector ticket, you're gonna have an option of between this 11 sinner. Okay, so from here to here, the red lady, this one is not considered. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11. There's 11 sinner that you can pick, right? The question is which one that you should choose. So I'm going to talk about them briefly. I'm not going to talk about them very deeply about their skill. I'm just gonna maybe tell you their current state in the game, okay, and see if it's going to benefit you for your progression. Right, so let's start with the boss. Zoya, the poster girl. It's probably the reason why so many people actually play Path to Nowhere. Yeah, it's because of her. However, I'm afraid that I have to be the bearer of the bad news. Zoya currently is very outdated, and she hasn't been very relevant for a long time. One of the main reason is, you could say, she's a physical DPS, and the thing about physical DPS, currently there's abundance of very good physical DPS out there. Yeah, the meta one, there's just so many. We have Drea with their life loss, we have Bianca with weak spot, we have Umbra Core with Zero or Bayi or any other Umbra. So the competition is really tough in physical DPS, and most likely when you're pulling for future character, you can get spooked with one of these better physical DPS. So I feel like Zoya just gonna be immediately got benched if you pick her. Not to mention, again, if you start the game, you just first time start the game, you're gonna get a free S rank, and her name is called Nox, this sinner here, and she's also like one of the best physical DPS out there at the moment. So you already given us a free physical DPS, so you have no other reason to get or choose another physical DPS. But I would say, if you are like, meta over waifu, you really like her, you sim over her, so I totally understand. So don't let whatever my opinion is to prevent you from pick her or choose her. Okay, please just choose her if you really like her, and give it to and put it on your main screen. But overall, if you really want efficiency, I'm gonna give this a no for Zoya. The next one, I'm gonna immediately talk about three sinner, which is Bayi here, right here, and then we have Summer and Etty. Okay, so why I want to talk about these three at the same time, because these three have something in common, and that is they already receive what is called as Reforge system. Now, what is Reforge system? Now, the thing about Reforge system is basically like a system where they are giving an upgrade above or new abilities to that sinner, so that sinner is become relevant again into the meta, into the current meta. And there it is proven that they're actually successfully doing so to these three characters. I've seen a lot of them getting played again in in-game, so they are really good right now. But for a beginner, yeah, this Reforge character or a Reforge Sinner should not be your concern. Why? Because Reforge is so expensive for beginner, right? You're probably gonna be like start scratching your head when you know how much that you need to grow a Reforge Sinner. So I'm not going to recommend these three either. Okay. Also, the unreforged version of them of these three is basically outdated, just like Zoya. So if you're only gonna get the unreforged version of them, you're not gonna reforge them. I don't see that it's going to benefit you. There's going to be like a whole lot other sinner that you can pick. So I'm gonna give a no to these three. Next thing we're gonna talk about Langley. Langley is good. Yeah, she's really good. She's going to be like really good for your progression. She's very versatile when it comes to the type of content that you can do with her. You can do bossing, you can do mobbing. You know, if you don't know what is mobbing, it's basically like killing smaller enemies. So if you have like a huge wave of enemy, she can be like she can help you to clear that wave of enemy. So she's really good. All right. And one other thing that I really like about Langley is basically her range, her normal attack range is one of the longest in the game, and these things I believe still very rare. I could think of like maybe two other character S rank one that have this level of reach. Okay, and having such a long reach is actually going to make your party composition more comfy, because you don't have to stack maybe like your party in one position. You can spread them around even more, because like you can reach enemy from far away. So I really recommend Langley. Also, oh, by the way, she also can do core damage, which is always a luxury for a sinner that can do core damage. I'm gonna put I can recommend her, but for now I'm gonna put in a maybe, right? Because it's really depend on your roster, what do you have right now. So I'm gonna put in a maybe. If you really need someone in long range, pick Langley. Okay, she's good. The next one, I'm gonna talk about two sinner at the same time, which is Irene, this person here, and Serpent. Okay, so why I want to talk about them at the same time? Because the thing that they have something in common is they both are magic DPS. This is also an older sinner, but I still can kind of like recommend it for you if you need one. So why is it that I can recommend this older sinner but I cannot recommend like older sinner like Zoya? Well, because this too is a magic DPS, and the thing about magic DPS is the competitiveness. Okay, when it comes to magic DPS, is not as strict as physical DPS. There is not that many of good magic DPS, and in fact I think most of them is limited. Okay, we have Shalom, we have Ying, we have Yao. These are like one of the top tier magic DPS, and they're all limited. The non-limited one I would say Fatur Blue or Leven. Okay, but because of like the amount is that not many, well, it's a matter of luck whether you suddenly can get them or not. So if you don't get any magic DPS, then this too is a viable option temporarily, and in fact you still can carry you among content to maybe like after Broken Frontline High Race and some main story. And between these two, I would recommend, I would say I prefer Serpent over Irene, because like I feel Serpent is I don't know, more versatile when it comes to the content that she can do. She can do bossing, she can do mobbing also, right? Irene also can do the same thing, but I just feels like it kind of like hindered by her high energy cost. Okay, and these two can do core damage, by the way. So yeah, and because like Serpent is much faster when it comes to using ultimate, you're probably gonna use her ultimate much more often compared to Irene. So if you have to choose between these two, personal opinion, I still prefer Serpent compared to Irene, but it's totally up to you. They're still a viable option. Next one, we're going to talk about the Endura, or so I said the tank. Okay, let's start with Demon one. And the thing about Demon is he's a really pure tank. Okay, he will protect you, he will protect your party. But at the same time, that is a problem. Why? Well, number one, in early progression, I don't think you will need a tank. I remember when I progressing the first time, what I did was, I think I only need what do you call it, a tank around chapter 9. I think around there. And even that, when I don't really need a tank, I can just bench him and replace it with another DPS. So any pure defensive Endura is probably not gonna be on your benefit. Not to mention, when you already reach near end game, all you want to carry is probably damage, and demon, the vanilla demon, okay, the demon without any shackles or anything, is can't offer damage that much. Okay, he's going to be good if you want to play a stalling games, but if you don't and you need damage, you're gonna bench it immediately. If in the situation that you need someone to block or stalling your enemy, then I would personally just recommend to raise one of the B rank tank like Demolia. Okay, so you don't have to like spend so many resources for a character that you're probably gonna rarely use. So don't pick demon. Don't pick demon. Other option is like, if you still want an Endura somehow, I would rather you choose Awu. Okay, so this little kid here, yeah, don't get deceived by her appearance, despite of like she's being Uwu. Because she's actually in my opinion, is a better Endura to use compared to demon. And why? Well, because like, unlike demon, which is poor defensive, Awu has the ability to actually buff damage of your party. She can offer an attack buff, and she can increase the crit rate of your party. And not to mention that she also can do a core damage. So for Awu, if you need Endura, I give it a yes. I give you a recommendation that yeah, you can pick Awu. She's good. Okay, totally fine. Now we got to the last two, and honestly, the last two is, I would say, is probably the best option. That if you want, it's the best option if you want to like if you're considering a very long investment. Okay, if you're considering a very long investment, these two is probably gonna be your choice. First, let's talk about Cabernet. So Cabernet is one of the best buffer in game, as I mentioned, that in the end game that you're probably going to need to deal a lot of damage, and you're gonna need a buffer, and Cabernet is one of the best one. Her ultimate can do so many things. The ultimate can heal, and her ultimate can buff attack. The ultimate also can cleanse negative stats, which is, cleansing negative stats is a very rare, that I don't think any other sinner have this ability yet. So in such certain situation, when you need cleanse and you don't have Cabernet, then you're probably gonna have to scratch your head thinking new different strat. That's how good she is, right? But her main thing is actually to buff the attack of your party. Some misconception, by the way. I know that her ultimate can heal, but I just want to say that she is not a healer. Okay, that's a misconception. So when you're playing, let's say, main story, and you need a healer, don't bring Cabernet. Well, you can bring her if the fight is short, but if the fight is really long and you are being bombarded by wave upon wave upon wave or enemy, Cabernet will not be able to keep up with her heal ultimate. That's why I'm gonna say that she is not a healer. Her main thing is to buff attack. Okay, if you need a healer, oh, by the way, I really recommend Cabernet again. She's a definite yes if you are already near end game. But if you need a pure healer that going to like keep your party alive, I'm going to very recommend Hamel. Why Hamel? Well, first of all, we love Hamel. All of us love Hamel. Okay, she will dance for you, she will heal you and protect you by reducing damage from the enemy, and she will heal you every second. So you don't rely on her ultimate. She's just gonna heal you every second, all the time, for the whole fight. Okay, which is why her heal is much more reliable than Cabernet healing, who only can be healed who only can heal during her ultimate. Okay, and up to now, Hamel is still one of the best healer in the game. She will carry you hard until the end game, until further in the progress. In fact, that I'm still using her up to now, even after the game almost 3 years old. So I'm very recommend Hamel. She's probably like my number one top pick. If you don't have any of these 11 characters, she's going to be like my number one choice. She's very easy to use. There is no micromanagement. All you need to do is just put her on the field and surround her by your ally, and you're done. Just focus on your other ally. Okay, so considering like if you don't have any of this character, Hammer gonna be like number 1, and then maybe you can choose next one. You can kind of look at your roster and what do you need. You need a buffer, go for Cabernet. You need an Endura, go with Awu. You need a magic DPS, Serpent and Iron can be considered, or if you need a range, you can go for Langley. For the rest, I would have to say that no, please don't choose the rest. Please don't. Okay, so yeah, that is my recommendation. I hope it can help you on making a decision. Yeah, so please just let me know who you decide that you're going to pick for. Okay, and how it's going to like help you on the progression. What roster that do you have, and how you come to a conclusion that is exactly what you need. Right? So I'm looking forward to hear that in the comment section. And until then, please take care of yourself and enjoy your S-Class Selector Sinner on the Tuesday, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.